What's good, YouTube? We're up here in the brand new upstairs setup, so hopefully you guys enjoy what that has to offer. But let's go over this man's Crystron list. A lot of people asked for this, and the attendance was kind of as this was a 3-round regional. But first place, nonetheless, is Brendon Paterson. So let's not take away the fact that in 2K17 we have Crystron taking first place at this regional over in New Zealand. Let's go ahead and get into it. We have 3 Solfnir. I've never said any of these names, so expect me to murder a few. 2 Crystron Rosenix. We've got 3 copies of Thysthren? I have no clue how to go in that one. 3 Crystron Smiger, 3 copies of Crystron Citri, 2 copies of Crystron Rion, 2 copies of Crystron Quan, 1 copy of Crystron Prasoterel, 3 copies of Scrap Recycler, 2 copies of Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit, 2 copies of Insuffusion, 3 Transmodify, very good in this deck, they're all waters, 3 copies of Iron Call, very good also in the deck, 2 copies of Different Dimension Deep Sea Trench, 3 Smoke Grenade of the Thief. This takes me way back. People have tried to incorporate this in decks for years. It comes in and out of the meta. Very nice to see the throwback. 3 copies of Crystron Impact. And then we've got the Norden, 1 High Speedroid Hagotia. I have no clue what I'm doing here, guys. But we have this tournament report, so don't worry about me. 1 copy of Crystron, I'm not even going to try. 1 copy of Crystron Phoenix, 2 copies of Crystron Quandax, 2 copies of Crystron Amatrix, 1 copy of Black Rose Dragon, 1 copy of Super Heavy Samurai Stealth Ninja, 1 Powered Insectron, nice to see, 1 copy of High Speedroid Chambaro, 1 Formula Synchron, 1 Bahamut Shark, and 1 Totally Awesome, 3 Genzos, 2 Silent Angler, 2 copies of Ghost Reaper and Winter Cherries. We got a Nova and an Infinity here. I guess it does go along with the machine theme. 2 copies of System Down, 3 Non-Fusion Area. I really like this card against Invoked. And 1 copy of Diamond Dust. So let's go ahead and get into the tournament report that Brandon gave me. Round 1 versus one of the local kids running Necroz. Game 1 I opened pretty good. He opened bad with only Necroz Mirrors and no scope. I won. Game 2 I opened advantage and went second. He summoned Unicorn Decisive Armor with Ritual Cage. It was a slow game and ended up in time with him winning the game. So ended in a draw. Oh man, match 2, Hayden Smith, Paleo. Game 1, we both opened pretty good. He tried to run me out of resources, and I tried to run him out of resources. Was a long grind game into time. I baited his Toad and summoned Banished Synchro for Crystrons. Banishing his field and got destroyed by Mirror Force, so I summoned his Toad from Banish. He misplaced and gave me the game to me. Round 3, Nick Ching Invoked Artifact. Game 1, we opened pretty good. I ended up summoning the big Banish guy after baiting I guess that's Merkaba, or Makaba, and clearing his field after a little grind and winning. Game 2, we opened good. We had Makaba and some other monsters on the field. I summoned a big Banish guy to get rid of Makaba and his 2 Alistairs from the grave and winning from there. Shoutouts to the Paradox boys that attended the regionals, and for the awesome weekend, shoutouts to the Gizzy guys for being humble and mean prize structure. And he asked my channel house champs, because I did hit him up. I was like, hey, I saw this on a Facebook group, please let me know any details about your tournament if I could feature this. He said okay. Hopefully I haven't murdered it too bad, man, but here's an introduction to the Crystron deck if you guys wanted a list. Never been featured on my channel before, so I figured why not. Even from a small regionals, it's a first place and it's something we haven't seen on the channel before. A lot of people have been asking me why, you know, things don't get featured on the channel sometimes. A, it's got to be a top 8 of a regional. B, I typically only cover events over 50 people unless it's something not featured on the channel before. But besides those 2 criteria, I will feature almost anything on this channel / the Decklist channel if it's new for the viewers. And a top 8 period, if it's repetitive, will go to the Decklist channel as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it as we head into the brand new format. And what a start it has been.